Hello student, welcome to our physics discussion, that is physics in a smart way. In our last video, we are discussing on use of calculus in our science or in physical situations. In extension to that video, let us say we consider some practical examples in support of those things. One example from derivative, one example from integration I shall be taking. Okay, but first of all, differentiation, that is easier if you take the help of a question. On the basis of that, we will be discussing. The distance of a particle from a point changes with time as per s equal to 3t square plus 7 meters. Find its speed at time t equal to 5 seconds. So, as you know from the question, the particle must be moving, because if you put the different value of time, distance will become different. The fixed point is there, the point is fixed, so thereby particle is moving, and as a result of its motion, its distance or its position is changing. You may say position, you may say distance, both mean the same thing at the present juncture. If we try to go for the solution, we know our job is to find the speed at a time t equal to 5 seconds. Just like in the last some cases, I would ask you to pause the video and think about the situation. And if there is some difficulty, you can continue visualizing the video. If you are able to solve it yourself, then it is well and good. Okay. So as you know, we are asked to find out about the instantaneous speed. Instantaneous speed, we had already discussed, that is given by the symbol B, and that is the rate of change of displacement with time in differentiation form, that is written as ds by dt. If you apply that, d, we clearly see s is a function of time, that is 3t square plus 7 by dt. Within the differentiation sign or within our bracket, we clearly see the terms present there is 3t square plus 7. They are separate, they are not connected to each other, but combinedly they are present in our function, but they do not depend upon each other. So as per the way of differentiation, we can make them separate. So derivative of 3t square plus 7 can be taken as derivative of 3t square with respect to time plus derivative of 7 with respect to time. Okay. As you know, in case of differentiation, if there is some constant inside, it can be taken out. So I am taking out 3, because this 3 is practically lying idle there. Okay. That is the thing. Now remains derivative of t square with respect to time plus the second part, derivative of constant, that is 7. 7 is a constant, and constant derivative is 0, because you cannot make a change in the value of 7, because 7 is supposed to be a constant. Even if you want to make a big change or a small change, you cannot make a change in 7. So derivative of a constant with respect to anything is always 0. So second part is 0. So that is equal to 3. Derivative of t square, we got the formula. I have provided you the formula. That will be giving us 2t. Okay, so that is 60. But our job is to find out the speed at t equal to 5 seconds. As you got here, we got speed, and our derivation goes through the steps Ultimately, that gives us the speed equal to 60. That says, as the time changes, speed also will be changing. Okay, so that is the functional form of the speed with respect to time, or that gives us speed as a function of time. But our job is to find out the speed at time equal to 5 seconds. So thereby, if you put in that value of time, so 6 into 5, so that will be equal to 30 meter per second. Okay, I think it is all clear to you. Okay, we go to the second question, and second question involves integration. Okay, we take the second question, that is question number 2, and that involves integration. It says calculate the area bound by the line y equal to 2x, x-axis from x equal to 1 to x equal to root 5. Y equal to 2x has got a equation just like y equal to mx, and that's a straight line where you have shown in red. You look at the diagram, and this is x-axis. We take from x equal to 1 and x equal to root 5. So the curve bound by the area bound by this x-axis and y equal to 2x. This is y equal to 2x. That is the equation of the straight line. You have to find the area which is hedged. This area you have to find out. Of course, you can use your geometrical methods or the geometry that you have learned at the school level. You can also find it out. But here our job is to apply integration. We know in the last video, we had talked about integration. Area can be given by integrating the curve. So area equal to your, that is y dx, starting from x1 to x2. You may be recalling. If you are not able to recall, then you can go through that video back again. That integration starts. X1 is 1, x2 equal to root 5. Okay, y dx, but we know y equal to 2x into dx. Here 2 is a constant that stays within the integration. You can take 2 out. That liberty you have always. 1 to root 5 integration x dx. Integration x dx, we have vividly discussed it. That will be giving us 2 into integration gives us, that is x square by 2 limit. They are still there, 1 to root 5. These 2 can be taken out, or you can directly cancel 2. So that becomes integration is gone, x square, but with limit from 1 to root 5. So that is equal to your x2 square minus x1 square. X2 is the upper limit and x1 is the lower limit. So that is root 5 square, that is 5 minus 1, that is equal to 4. Okay, the area is like this. If you try to verify it using your old methods or geometric methods that you have learned at the school level, that method also will be giving you the same thing. Let us try it by that way. That is alternate method. Alternate method. We do know the area that we are seeing is nothing but a trapezium. Nothing but a trapezium. But first of all, you have to find the y values or the length of the parallel sides. We know this is nothing but the y at x equal to 1. You know the equation of the straight line y equal to 2x. When you put x equal to 1, then we know this y1 or this height will be equal to 2. Next, this height. Here x equal to root 5 and y is always equal to x. So if you put in the value, so that will be 2 into root 5. The length here will be our root 5 minus 1, as you can clearly see. Okay, so if you try to find the area of the trapezium, will be equal to half into 1 by 2 into height. Here height will be equal to root 5 minus 1 into the sum of the parallel sides. The parallel side, one is 2, other is 2 root 5. From the second expression, you can take 2 common and that will be cancelling with this half. So that will be equal to root 5 minus 1 into root 5 plus 1. You can clearly see the presence of a minus b and a plus b. So that is a square minus b square. इसको करने से if you do that, then root 5 square minus 1, the area comes out as 4. Now that is verified. Okay, so these were two examples, simple examples of derivative and integration. In fact, I have not talked completely about all the so-called aspects of the applicative part of derivative integration. Some issues like maxima, minima, and all those things, they are left behind. They will be discussed. But first of all, you have to go through coordinate geometry. Once that is over, I shall be taking all those things. Again, thank you for your viewing. If you like it, you can give it a like. You can subscribe it. You can share it among your friends. Okay.